All right. My bad. All right, everyone. So, we're gonna be working on this car commission. It's a Toyota Corolla. I went ahead and did the under sketch. Um, oops, my bad. I have feedback. So I am actually waiting for a phone call from the vet. I have to go pick up some medicine for my dog. But they're like, yeah, we'll give you a call between blah 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 blah. So we're just gonna stream until I get the phone call. Assuming I get the phone call. So we're gonna do the first pass on this with a really thin um 0.1 Copic multiliner. So no line weight, no nothing, just the static, just the lines. And when it comes to the body lines, the was it like the angles of the body? It's best not to do that with it's not to do that with best not to do that with line work. It's best to do that with whatever you're gonna color with. We've been oil painting for the past couple days here, but I'm actually going to be using alcohol markers, Copic markers on this. This is a Copic multi-liner as well. So Copic, time to send me some more stuff. It's been a while. Hey, TikTok chat. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. This microphone's in my way. Give me a second. My bad. I just readjusted my entire stream setup a couple days ago, and I'm barely kind of getting it to work right now. All right, my bad, guys. There we go. That'll do. Much better. Hey, what's going on? Welcome everyone. If you have been tuning in for the past couple days, you know we've been doing some oil painting, but today we're gonna change it up a little bit. I have a commission to do. Hey, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. So this first pass with the line art is we're doing it with a zero 0.1 multi-liner. So really sharp, really thin line. Um, this is kind of just to get, like the structure down. But then we'll go out, we'll do this, and then we'll color it in with some alcohol markers, so some Copic markers. And what that'll do is it'll kind of haze up, or it'll go on top of the multi-liner, and it'll kind of muddy it up. And then we'll go back in with a thicker multi-liner after we color it to define the edges, and that's how you get that uh, really clean look. So if the drawing looks a little flat for right now on this first pass, that's why. Street Breaker, what's going on? Dude, what's up? Uh YouTube chat. Marvelous line work, thank you. Yeah, I wish I could rotate it, but for the sake of the stream, I try it. For the sake of the stream, I don't rotate my page. Oh, to help. Just FYI, everyone. I don't know how long the stream is gonna be. I'm waiting for a phone call from the vet. I have to go pick up some medicine for my dog. I just don't know when the prescription is gonna be ready. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me while you got me, while I'm on. I almost didn't even start the stream. I was like, because I was just kind of sitting around waiting for the phone call, and I was like, you know what? I bet the moment I start the stream is gonna, gonna get the call. So we'll see how long we can go. What's going on, man? You you off work? Oh, uh, Vince, I got this thing working again. It's still at 29%. Yeah. Not gonna make a habit of it. As soon as this vape is done, I'm gonna go cold turkey again. Oh, it's Tuesday already? Shit. I think it goes. I'm trying to make sure I put all the correct body lines on here. I'm not super familiar with this car, so I have like 5 reference pictures in front of me, just to make sure that I have the correct like curvature in the body. Yeah, Vince, this is a commission. Good times. Uh, can I get a little feedback, guys? I recently adjusted a lot of my settings for my stream because I moved things around in my little stream workspace here in my office. So I had to dick around on some of the stream settings. If everything looks okay, let me know. Or if it's like lagging for you, if I have any issues, you let me know. I'm still testing out some stuff. I have the curvature of the hood on the rough draft wrong. I have it like waving downwards. It doesn't do that. It has like a hump to it. So it kind of goes more like this. And then it kind of moves back down, but it makes contact about right here. So we can move that down about right here. So what are you doing on your day off, Vince? Home gaming? That's nice. League? Looks like old Camry. Nah, this is a Corolla. Have you seen these new Corollas? They're crazy. But I mean, like, even I like the body style that Toyota has gone to. I'm a big Subaru guy, but I'm not gonna lie, the latest like 2 generations of all Subarus, I've just been like I'll drive one, but it's not peak. It's not peak. My lungs have readjusted to the vape. And for anyone tuning in, we're drawing this Corolla. So I'm going over the first pass on this is going to be with a really, really fine multi-liner. Um, so we'll get like the flat line art, and then I'll go in with some alcohol markers, some Copic markers. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Um, and we'll essentially do all the body work, the curves and the reflections and everything with Copic markers, and um, hopefully I'm able to catch all the highlights that I want without having to use white, and I can just use negative space for that. But if I fuck that up, I got white paint. We can fix it. Um, and then we'll go back in at the very end with thicker multi-liners to clean up the thicker part, like the space between like the hood and the fender, or like the door and I guess the fender as well. So anyway, it's a bit of a process. You gotta trust your under sketch. I have a one of my worst habits as an artist is I'll take a lot of time to get the under sketch done, and then the moment I'm gonna either draw over it or trace over it using my light table, I for some reason I'll look at the under sketch be like, nah, that can't be right, and then I'll try and like do something different with the inks, and then I'll end up fucking it up. So don't start inking until you genuinely believe your under sketch is done, and then if it is done, you got to trust it. Warm, what's going on? It's been a while since you were here. I haven't been streaming a lot, like the past couple days, yeah, but it's been a while since I've streamed, so that's why I haven't been here. You've never seen me draw cars? We'll sketch cars in the sketchbook sometimes. But lately, well, this is a commission, but lately I've been feeling very like back into building. Like I just want to sit down and build a computer. I want to work on a car. I think it was triggered because like my dad was having trouble with his truck, so I fixed it, and I was just like, oh, that was dope. I need to fix more shit. So no, this is a commission, but I have actually been kind of getting back into like my passion for cars is like slowly creeping back. Thank God I sold my Civic before this crept up because I probably would have just been modifying it. I do miss my Civic though. Adventures, so many adventures. 5 speed, yeah, it was a 5 speed. Oh, dude, the 2 door windows were so big you couldn't even throw a cigarette butt out of it. Remember? How many times? All right, I'm gonna throw this out. The window's so big, like long. You think you throw it out, but it just falls right back into the back seat. And don't mind these little imperfections that I have going on with the trim here on the body. Once we put the Copic markers on it, and then we have to do another pass with another set of multi-liners anyway. A lot of this you're actually not even going to see. So on the first pass, you don't actually need to be this precise. Oh, by the way, I totally fucked up that last oil painting we were doing. I got really frustrated and I put it away. I'm like, look, this thing's not gonna dry for like a couple of days. I'm gonna step away from it and come back and see if I could fix it when my brain's a little clearer in a couple of days. Yeah, the undersides of the the black trim here will probably just be like a solid black. And we'll use like a neutral gray on like the actual trim parts that are hitting because they're matte, like these areas right here. You know when you open your door, the part that goes around your window, that's always like a matte black. You don't want to put paint on that because that's where people hold it. You can get fingerprints and shit on it. Welcome everyone. If you're just tuning in, I'm working on a Corolla right now. For those who don't know, I used to be an auto mechanic before I started drawing. So as I sit here and talk shit about, I act like I know anything about cars. I kind of do. By the way, Malcolm, I don't know if you noticed, but I fixed our lighting issue. I know it's kind of hard to tell because I have the light table on underneath, but once I turn this off and we're just using the regular desk, it's like perfect now. Hey, in the YouTube chat, someone asked, "Did you go to art school?" No. Everything I learned was in from mostly books and then YouTube. Extend the body just a little bit. You know what was really handy when I like so for example, I did when I was like first actually actively trying to get better at art because for the longest time I was just doing like a bunch of anime stuff, right? But when I was actively trying to get better at art, um I actually just cold DM'd, cold called um artists on like Instagram that I really really like. So there, for example, there was I forgot his name. He doesn't even show up in my feed anymore. I don't even know if he's still alive. But really good industrial design um artist, and I'm a huge fan of that kind of stuff, technical work. So I just asked him what book he recommended, and he was the one who directed me towards the Scott Robertson books. And now the Scott Robertson books are like my Bible, like you know. So um, going to school is good. I mean, you learn a lot there, but I mean, you take somebody who's a professional in the field who's already proven to be really good at the thing that maybe you want to get good at. You can just ask them, like, don't ask them for advice, be precise and be like, okay, I want to get better at this. Can you recommend or direct me to a place? So I find you get better results when you're just like, you're not trying to get them to help you necessarily, but you're just like, I like what you do. Where can you direct me in the, where I need to go? I find a lot of artists are actually pretty helpful with that. Now, if you email someone and you're just like, hey, your shit's cool. I want to be like you. Teach me. They're not going to reply. I don't. When somebody says me that, I want to put as few bits of line art in the body on the contours because it looks better if you're doing it strictly with just the coloring. You put too much line art in there, and when did you start taking art seriously? I think like 2016. I started drawing in 20 late 2012. Uh, and it wasn't until like 2016 that I start being like, all right, I'm actually gonna get better at this. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch Psyker's videos. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, you know. And I've told this story like a million times, but there was a big turning point in my, I'll say, confidence in my studies was I had gone to, it was San Francisco in 20 mid to early 2017 in San Francisco, California. I went to a on one day it was a live drawing, and then on the next day it was a live lecture. So it was like a 2 day workshop with Kim Jung Gi and Hyunjin Kim, and just sitting there and listening to them talk about like how they were how they approach stuff, and like just like everything about that, and it changed my like how I viewed studying art, and then it helped me with my confidence because I watched him draw and I was just like, oh, bro, I could do that. You got the how to draw from Scott Robertson. It feels like you're never able to fully use it. Really? Is it because maybe you've like you already know all the stuff that's in there that way? Because it's a very basic book, but I find it's very, that's like it covers like everything in a very concise way. Like I know that there's a couple, there's like what one chapter in there that or there's like one section of a chapter that breaks down 3 point perspective. I swear to God, it's just like a page and a half, I think. And it but I like really technical books like that. Um I so for example, it's going to be different for every person, you know, depending on your personality. I like very very technical books like that. I'm actually not a fan of the Stonehouse Anatomy book. Do you have that one? I feel like fucking everybody has that book. I mean like it, it's good, but I feel like you could have cut some pages out of that. And then there's so much extra, I want to say fluff in there. Not, you know, it's like he has a lot of funny, little funny things in there, and I'm like, this is just taking up space, you know. Reviews. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did I buy the Tom Fox Anatomy book? Nah, I did not. I didn't even know he had a book. Man, you know I almost studied under him back before he got like hella popular. He opened up for mentorships and I was able to get a spot. But because of my convention schedule, because I sell my artwork at like comic book and anime conventions, so I'm like always gone, and our like time zones wouldn't line up, and just didn't work out. That would have been sick as fuck though, right? I'm talking about like one-on-one mentorships. Like I, yeah, that would have been dope, but it just didn't work out because my schedule with conventions. Yeah. Streetbreaker says, also amazed of that TwitchCon last year in Vegas. Yeah. Well, I did not get accepted to the Artist Alley for this year's San Diego show. Hey, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. YouTube chat is asking how old I am. I am mid 30s. I know some of this line art looks kind of messy, but we are only doing the first pass right now. I'm just trying to make sure all the body lines are kind of like where they need to be. And then when we go in with the alcohol markers, the Copic markers, that's where we'll get all the like the contours and reflections and stuff. That's where we'll get like the volume in it. But right now I'm just trying to make sure because I'm not familiar with this model of car. So this is all kind of new to me. I'm trying to make sure I don't fuck up. You gotta give me a minute. Brain Shake, thank you. And thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. And getting these lines is a little tough because I can't rotate the page. Oh, sorry. It's looking good. Thank you. From India, joined the Discord. I appreciate that. I don't. Do I still have a link to the Discord somewhere? I used to have Discord like was it like Nitro? Like I had the premium where you could have the custom link, and but I just didn't want to spend that much money on Discord anymore. So now I think like all the links I have are dead because you when you don't have the premium version anymore, you can't have the custom URL. And I don't think I've changed the links on anywhere. So you could command Discord, maybe it'll show up. So what is everyone doing today? Is it Monday? It is Monday. I'm watching the clock because I'm waiting for a phone call from the vet. They better get back to me today. That'll be black right there. Double toasted drama. Oh no. What's going on with all that? Is it because he was trying to move it wasn't crypto, it was something. I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to make it real. But I've noticed that their views have been going down. Uh and like before that video came out, you know, just like in general, it seems like their site's been kind of slowing down. Yeah. So I didn't want to say crypto because I don't understand any of that stuff. So I didn't want to say what it is and be a liar. All I could say is the truth is I don't know. Hey man, it's just kind of like to get involved in that stuff. Like if you wanted to do it on your own, then I mean, that's whatever. You know, it's like you can do what you want with your money, but it's kind of You would think as so for those of you who don't know what Malcolm and I are talking about, we're just there's a there's a website that we follow. It's a podcast that we've been listening to for like a decade, and they were trying to get people to buy like tokens and stuff, and now everyone's mad at them. Blah blah blah. Anyway, just as like on the business side of things, you should know that your audience is not gonna like be receptive to that, and actually probably the opposite. They're gonna be like, you're probably gonna lose a lot of people with that, just through conception. Like what whether you know, it almost doesn't matter exactly what it is, just like that area that he's trying to promote. You should know it's gonna be bad, and so it's fascinating that he decided to double toasted. So it's a fascinating thing. He didn't have anybody like in his ear telling him this is a bad idea. You know, I also think it could totally just be like a contractual thing he has with somebody. You know, stuff like that could be you got put in, signed contract with someone to promote something, and then like uh when DeviantArt, when I was in the DeviantArt collective, um, we would always promote different things going on with DeviantArt, and that was part of our contract. And they when they launched their DreamUp um AI generator, um, they canned all of us. But had they not canned us, they probably would have asked us to promote it, and our options would have been to either do it or lose that paycheck. So it's just maybe he's in. That's how I see it. You never know. He could be in a contract, and he's just like, "Fuck, you told me I would have to promote like Raid Shadow Legends. You didn't tell me I'd have to promote this token." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what makes me think that it's just like he was probably there's something where he had to do it. And at the end of the day, even if he did know what it was, I don't know, man. Just like I could try to sell you magic beans, but whose fault is it for buying it? You know? This front grill section is really complicated. I don't trust the undersketch that I did for it. I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna ignore the undersketch I did for the front grill. I'm actually gonna do it again on the top paper. So, with a pencil. maybe, you know, 4 months later, someone asks what happened with that investment endeavor he signed up for. The dude pauses for a moment and says flat out, "Look, guys, I did that for the bag. Sorry for y'all." Hey, man. I mean, I mean, a social media or like an internet influencer is just a walking billboard. That's straight up what they are. So again, it's that thing where you know it's hard to blame someone for trying to get some money. Everyone's got bills to pay, but at the end of the day, you bought the magic beans. He didn't put a gun to your head and said you got to buy the magic beans. So you know, I hear these stories of all these like YouTubers who scammed people. I'm just like, well, yeah, but like scamming is not an exclusive to like the internet. People have been doing that since the beginning of time. Like, and people fall for it. And it's up to you as like an adult to see a scam and avoid it. Do it every day. But that's hella funny. What happened to that investment? All right, look, I got paid. My bad, guys. you know, as someone who I'll give you an example. Does anyone remember the ab belt? You put the you strap it around your midsection, and then it stimulates sit-ups. Turn it on, it goes. You know, it's a big massaging pad. When I was younger, I bought one of those. That's my damn fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, damn, he's still getting backlash for it. The internet never forgets. Baskin Robin always find out. The body lines on this Corolla are crazy. This is supposed to be a Corolla. It's a Corolla. The I'm unfamiliar with this model. It's the Corolla GR Circuit Edition. What have you been up to? Rumble asking, What have you been up to? Haven't seen you stream in a long time. I have not been streaming consistently for a long time. We only came back like 4 days ago. You know, even then, I'm not promising this is like going to be a long term consistent thing. I just so happened to be caught up on almost all my work. I did pick up like this is a commission, and then I actually have two more things that I picked up. Um, and then once July comes around, I have like 8 conventions, fucking back to back to back to back to back. So, but I've been doing well. Just keeping busy, taking care of, you know, the family, taking care of the business, drawing a lot. Been trying to level up my artwork in new, fascinating ways. Felt like I got a little stagnant in my skill level for a while. Yeah, well, we were just talking about how like the it's hard to believe this is a Corolla because the body lines on it are so aggressive, you know? My parents were in a market for a new car some time ago. I think they gave up and just like, well, we're not going to buy a new car. But they were leaning towards a Corolla. And I hadn't seen they were leaning towards either a Corolla or a Camry. I was trying to talk them into the Corolla because I'm just like if you're gonna get a Camry for that price, you may as well just get like a bigger vehicle, you know, a Highlander or something. Um, but I didn't know that the Corollas look like this. Otherwise, I would have been like, nah, just do that. Oh, it's a release edition. Okay. Yeah, when you sent me that picture, I was like, what the hell is this? I know that Toyota and Subaru are, you know, like this, right? So there's a lot. I could see a lot of WRX in this, especially the fenders. Oh, the next big project? I already know what it is. I've gone back and forth on it, and I know I've said that. You know, I do this all the time where I'm just like, I know what it is, and then I end up doing something like completely different. I'm not gonna do another one of those collages for a while because I have other things going on art wise. But I know 100% the next one is going to be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because I'm at a point where I'm just digging through things that I really, really, really like, and I was just like, oh my god, that one would be so fun. I get to draw all the Zords. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be hella fun. That would, yeah. So, FYI, that's what the next one is. Strictly Mighty Morphin. It cuts off right at Mighty Morphin. No Zeo. Initially I wanted to go all the way to the end of In Space because you know how at the end of Power Rangers In Space was actually supposed to be the like the ending to the show. Um so I was just like, oh, you know, we should go all the way there. And then I was going through all the episodes. I'm like, nah, that's too much. Yeah, I think I have the pencils down for all the body lines. I just gotta double check. So this body line does touch the flat section of the fender. We'll bring that up a little bit right there. and then we will redo the front grill because the under sketch it was kind of messy. I didn't like how it looked, so we're gonna redo that. You're talking about Smash Brothers? Okay, and then I'm gonna use my pencil to block out where the highlights are, so the white highlights. I have a tendency to not get crazy enough. When you're drawing a car, what 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 you need to do in order to make it look good is you have to have a lot of reflection, like really high contrast reflections on the body. Because if you ever look at somebody who draws a car and they don't put the reflections on there, they're just putting like flat color with like some gradients. Shit doesn't look good. I should know. I've done a lot of those cars in the past. Well, there we go. Found one. Almost vaped this eraser. That's no good. Okay. So the Copics. So what I'm doing is I'm using the pencil to lightly put where the darkest value is going to be. So when I go over it with the Copic, it will cover the pencil. Um, and then I can work off from where that dark value is. So I'm just right now marking it so that I know exactly where I'm putting every the darker colors. And then this is catching the light up here, the tops of those sections. That'll catch light right there, bounce light from the floor. And then this is yeah, I know, but like I know a lot of artists who already have Smash Brothers. You know what's doing really well? Digimon. I knew Digimon was going to do well. I didn't think it was going to do that well. Tiago, what's up? I know they ain't me, but to the layman, the people who don't know who I am, when I go to these cons, that's like 99% of the people. They don't see me. They're just like, oh, Smash Brothers. So like, if I do a Smash Brothers, here's what it is. If I do a Smash Brothers piece, the people at the con are not gonna buy based on like the artists because they don't know who any of these artists are. Most of them are just like they show up at a con, it's whatever. Um, they see my Smash Brothers piece, they're gonna compare it to the other artists, and I don't have a problem with the comparison part. It's just like everyone has a different taste, so if they like the other person's, they're 100% not gonna buy mine. You know what I mean? Um, so you're splitting the Smash Brothers money among people with different tastes. Versus I did Turtles in Time. There's no other Ninja Turtle stuff. If I have a Ninja Turtles fan that comes by the table, I get 100. Like they always buy it. They're just like, there's no other Ninja Turtle stuff here. There's no other Digimon stuff here. There's no other like Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Like you know. So the pieces that I've chosen, like they're very specific, but if they like it, I'm their only choice, and that's been working. Let's screenshot this reflection reference before I lose it. The Turtles in Time piece does really well. I mean, it doesn't outpace like Dragon Ball in sales, right? Of course not. What I mean is like it's just Ninja Turtles. It's one of those like very reliable prints. Yeah, yeah, that's how I have to think about it when I do these projects. And it's not that I'm not confident that I can't make something that's nice or in my opinion nicer than what some of the other people have. It's just the attendees no idea what they're fucking talking about. So they'll grab the most random shit. You know what I mean? And you cannot the variable in all of this is the attendee. You just there's so you cannot account for what they fucking want. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, that Marvel vs. Capcom drawing is really good. But I saw this picture over here where you could see Cammy's feet. Let's go by that instead. All right, everyone. I have to I have to take care of some stuff around the house, and I'm expecting that call from the vet. Well, they close in a few hours, so they fucking better be calling me soon. So I just need to be prepared to hop right out as soon as they call. So because this is very important medications I have to get at the vet. Exo, what's going on? You caught us right on our way out. If anyone has any questions, I'll hang out for like another 2 minutes while I kind of clean up my space here. MySpace. But this was really fun. I appreciate the TikTok chat. I appreciate the YouTube chat. Appreciate the Twitch chat. Um, Follows are appreciated, but it's all good. I'm actually gonna go eat as well and get ready and just wait for that phone call from the vet. Thank you guys for hanging out. We will finish this on stream whenever I get a chance, like when I come back from taking care of everything. We'll finish this on stream. I'll probably do the grill off stream. I'll do the draft for the grill off screen. But we'll do the coloring on stream. Thank you guys. See ya.